Every year, hundreds of thousands of Americans pack up their lives and retire overseas. The blogs make it look effortless. The YouTube videos show infinity pools and $2 lunches. But here's what almost nobody tells you. A huge share of those retirees quietly move back home within 3 years. Not because the beaches weren't beautiful, not because the money ran out, because of 7 things that no brochure, no blog, and no vlogger with a drone shot ever warned them about. I've spent months digging through expat forums, exit interviews, and the honest late-night posts people write after they've already shipped their furniture home. Today, I'm giving you the 7 brutally honest truths about retiring abroad. And stick around, because near the end, I'll show you the single biggest mistake that sinks more overseas retirements than all the others combined, and the 90-day fix that almost nobody actually does. Welcome back to Passport Retirement, where we tell you what retiring abroad actually costs and what it actually feels like. If honest numbers beat pretty postcards for you, hit subscribe, because that's all we do here. Quick note before we start. This isn't financial or legal advice, just research and real stories to help you ask better questions. All right, truth number 7. Number 7. Paradise has an expiration date. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. Expats call it the honeymoon phase. And it ends for almost everyone, somewhere between month 3 and month 6. That ocean view you paid extra for? By month 4, it's just the thing behind your coffee cup. The $2 street food that blew your mind in week 1 is now just dinner. Here's the pattern that shows up again and again in expat forums. Month 1 is euphoria, month 3 is routine, and month 6 is the valley, when the novelty is gone and the frustrations are still there. The retirees who make it aren't the ones who found the prettiest beach. They're the ones who built a Tuesday, a standing coffee order, a market vendor who knows them, a volunteer shift, a card game. Here's the catch. Nobody budgets for boredom. You can rent paradise for $800 a month, but if your entire plan is, look at the view stops working right around the time your shipping container arrives. Plan for the 7th month, not the first one. Number 6. The healthcare is genuinely good until the fine print finds you. Let's be fair. This is the part the skeptics get wrong. A private doctor visit in Mexico or Thailand runs $25 to $50. A dental crown that costs $1,500 in Ohio costs $400 in Costa Rica. International hospitals in Bangkok and Kuala Lumpur are world-class. And plenty of American retirees get faster, more personal care abroad than they ever got at home. So where's the brutal truth? Insurance. Private health insurance abroad is cheap in your 60s, maybe $100 to $200 a month. But premiums climb steeply with age. Many insurers won't write new policies after 70 or 75, and pre-existing conditions are routinely excluded. And here's the catch that surprises almost everyone. Medicare generally doesn't cover you outside the United States. So the real question isn't, is healthcare cheap there? It's what's my plan at 80? Smart expats keep Medicare Part A, budget a real medical fund, sometimes $30,000 or more set aside, and know exactly which international hospital is 30 minutes away. Hope is not a healthcare plan. Number 5. The visa process never really ends. The blogs talk about retirement visas like they're a one-time errand. The reality is closer to a part-time job that you can never quit. Panama wants proof of $1,000 a month in pension income, notarized, apostilled, and translated. Thailand wants 800,000 baht, roughly $22,000. Parked in a Thai bank account, and then it wants you back at immigration every single year, plus 90-day check-ins in between. Portugal's paperwork can stretch month after month while you wait on appointment slots, and the rules change. Countries raise income requirements, close popular programs, and rewrite tax treatment, sometimes with a few months' notice. Here's the catch. Every document has an expiration date, and they're never synchronized. Your FBI background check expires in 6 months, your bank letter in 3. And the embassy appointment is in 4. Retirees who thrive treat immigration like a recurring calendar item and keep a folder of certified copies. Retirees who struggle treat every renewal like a surprise attack. Budget real money for it too. Between fees, translations, and the occasional immigration lawyer, getting fully legal can run $1,000 to $3,000 per person. Number 4. Loneliness sends more people home than money ever will. This is the one nobody wants to hear, so I'll say it plainly. When researchers and expat organizations ask returnees why they gave up, the answer at the top of the list usually isn't cost, crime, or healthcare. It's isolation. Think about what you're actually leaving. 40 years of friendships, kids and grandkids. The neighbor who waves every morning. The church pew you've sat in since the 90s. That web took a lifetime to build, and it does not fit in a suitcase. Video calls help, But a grandkid's birthday over a screen at 5 in the morning, your time is not the same, and everyone knows it. Here's the honest math. Expat friendships form fast, because everyone's in the same boat, but they also dissolve fast, because expats leave. The community you join in January can be half gone by December. The retirees who last are the ones who make local friends, not just expat friends, and who book flights home twice a year, which by the way is a real budget line. 2 round trips from Southeast Asia can easily run $2,000 to $3,000 a year. If your plan doesn't include a loneliness strategy, you don't have a plan yet. Number 3, it's cheaper. It is not that cheap. Yes, you can live in Cuenca, Ecuador, for a fraction of what Phoenix costs. The headline numbers are real. $800 apartments, $3 lunches, $10 doctor visits. But here's what happens to almost every American within the first year: cost creep. You start with the local lifestyle, and then the exceptions begin. Imported peanut butter at $9 a jar, air conditioning running all day, which can double a tropical electric bill to $200 a month. The nice gym, the international school of wine nights, the car instead of the bus. Live exactly like a local, and $1,500 a month is genuinely comfortable in a lot of the world. Live like an American who happens to have a different address, and you'll spend $2,500 to $3,000 before you notice. Here's the catch. The fantasy budget you read online was written by someone in their 30s who eats rice for breakfast and rides a motorbike in the rain. Your budget needs to be written for you, with your knees, your coffee habit, and your grandkids' flights included. The honest rule of thumb: take the blogger's number and add 40%. If it still works, you're in business. Number 2, you will never stop being a foreigner. This one is subtle, and it sneaks up on people after a year or two, right when they think they've settled in. You can learn the language, marry a local, pay your taxes, and love the country with your whole heart, and you will still be the foreigner. In most of the world, you'll pay a quiet foreigner premium at the market until you learn the real prices. In many countries, you can't fully own land. You'll be the last to know when rules change, and every bureaucratic problem defaults to being your fault. Some of it is charming. In a small Philippine or Mexican town, you might become a minor local celebrity, greeted by name at every shop. Some of it wears on you, always being the guest, never quite the neighbor. Here's the catch. The people who struggle most with this are the ones who expected to blend in. The ones who do best actually embrace it. They accept guest status, stay humble, learn the 100 words of the language that unlock genuine warmth, and stop keeping score. Belonging abroad is real, but it's a different kind of belonging than the one you left. Know that going in, and it becomes a feature. Expect otherwise, and it becomes the splinter that never comes out. And number 1, the truth that explains almost every failed overseas retirement. Most people who fail never actually tested the life before they bet everything on it. They took a 2-week vacation, fell in love, went home, sold the house, shipped the furniture, and moved 7,000 miles on the strength of 14 sunny days. A vacation is an audition where the country is on its best behavior. You saw the beach. You didn't see the visa office in August, the rainy season, the night you needed a pharmacy at 2 a.m. with no Spanish, or the 6th straight Tuesday with nobody to talk to. Remember that open loop from the start of this video? Here's the payoff. The single highest leverage move in this entire game is the 90-day trial run. Not 2 weeks, 90 days, in a furnished rental, in the actual neighborhood, during the worst season, cooking your own food, and doing your own laundry. 90 days is long enough for the honeymoon to end. And that's exactly the point. You want to meet the real place before you marry it. It costs maybe $4,000 to $6,000 all in for most destinations, and it will either save you a 6-figure mistake or hand you your new life with proof. Test first, then leap. So there's your list. Paradise fades. Insurance ages out. The paperwork never ends. Loneliness is the real enemy. The budget creeps. You'll always be the guest, and none of it has to stop you if you run the 90-day test before you burn the boats. Notice something. Not one of those 7 truths is, don't do it. Retiring abroad genuinely works for millions of people. It just works for the ones who walked in with their eyes open. So here's my question for the comments. If you had to pick one, which truth scares you the most? The healthcare fine print, the loneliness, or finding out paradise gets boring? I read every comment, and your answers shape what we cover next. And speaking of next, in the next episode, we're going inside a $500 a month apartment in Vietnam. Real rent, real food costs, real numbers, to see how expats actually live there and whether the $500 headline survives contact with reality. Spoiler, it's complicated, in an interesting way. If you got value out of this one, a like genuinely helps the channel find more people planning the same escape. Until next time, keep your passport close and your spreadsheet closer.